Hi, I'm Junior Giscombe, and you're watching The Real Soundcheck Podcast.
Good evening, and welcome. Check 1, 2. We're not hearing Butch Cassidy right now, but that will soon be sorted in moments' time on the Real Soundcheck podcast. It's 9 p.m. It's a Monday.
Can you
Got
hear me?
myself Dave Knight. We can now hear the one and only Butch Cassidy in the building.
What's good?
It's cool, good man. It's all good, man. Here again, live on a Monday night for updates on the news this time round on our road to the 100th episode. So we've had a great couple of episodes so far on this little stretch until we get to 100. And
Yes.
today, we're just going to touch on some news items that have happened over the past week or so. And
I'm trying to
just
find
generally
something
catch up.
because I saw what you wrote, and I'm just bear with me. Just bear with me. I'm gonna mute my mic.
So if it's your first time joining us, welcome. It's the Real Soundcheck podcast. Stuff from a DJ's perspective. So we've had a little run. We've been talking on different topics. We've been exploring different things. We've had quizzes, we've had bingo, and we've also had my camera that's a bit dark at the moment, so you can't really see me that well. But you're welcome to come into the comments, let us know that you're there, say hello, say good evening. We always appreciate and enjoy your interaction and your feedback. And thanks to those who've been subscribing to the YouTube channel as well. That's much appreciated. You have a plethora of previous episodes to catch up on and dip into, including our Valentine's Q&A, where Dave Knight and Butch Cassidy kind of took a backseat, and it was Uncle Sound and Uncle Check who were giving some very, very unprofessional Valentine's advice. But I hope you had a good Valentine's Day regardless. I know for some it's a big day, and for others it's like until they find someone, and then it's like, oh my gosh, it was so lovely, it's like beautiful, it's like, yes, this is the most perfect day, I got roses, which is the big seller on, I wonder what the best selling, it must be roses, the best selling flower of the year must be roses, because Valentine's Day just
Found it. Yeah, let's get into it. Good evening to all of those in the chat. My name is Butch Cassidy. Sorry, just making sure we've got the links to the news, so you know we're not making up anything. Don't forget to do all three of these. These help us on our little journey. You know, some podcasts are amazing. You know, they've only done 60 episodes, but they have thousands and thousands of followers and watchers and so forth. We're humble. We have a handful. But, you know, we thoroughly enjoy your company each and every Monday on this road to 100. So, and I'm happy to get to 100 and just redevelop what we've got going on, because we're not quitting, we're not finishing. There's more to do after 100. But this particular style, it might be less and then spread out throughout the year. But then we have another thing coming. So, yeah, man, looking forward to hitting that money ton
milestone. Yep.
Yeah,
and salute to the original founders as well, or the crew.
Yes.
I mean, always salute to them as well. It's
Yes,
been a
yes.
wonderful journey. And you know, life is life, and we all get into so much in our own personal lives as well. We bring it to the table sometimes, and sometimes we just need to take time out. But there's always love. Always love.
Man. 100%. Founding fathers. We've got to have a few of those in our culture as well. So, yeah, man. The founding fathers will always be respected right here on the Real Soundcheck podcast. Yes. It's March, mate.
Yeah. I mean, last week we did the film reviews and stuff. Did you check out any of them?
No, I realized we forgot some.
Listen, there's some that way.
there was so much films. I tried to get into the American you call him there, Marvel.
Yeah.
I need to sit down and watch it properly. I didn't. I drifted, so I only caught bits of it. So I need to watch it properly. We missed. I tell you what, we missed out on. What is it called? London.
It's from London.
Coming up this week. Not the heist. Oh, I'll get it. I'll get it in a second.
No, it's not the one with. Oh gosh, I'm thinking about the powder, the pink, with the pink writing. Not that one. That's not out this week.
No. It's about streetcar racing and thingy, and they've got in America. There's 2 of them in America, and the London ones come out. I actually watched the London one knowing before the 2 American ones. I'll get it in a second. I keep seeing
Is it
it
film or series?
Film.
London with America.
Yeah. Hold on. Oh man. Is it?
America?
Wait, hold on.
And the trailers are out and everything.
Let me see if I can find it. No, not that. We saw Craven. There it is. My Fault.
Oh, that was all right. It was a bit.
My Fault, London. I thought the London one. I thought it was all right.
Well, I don't know. You said there's a US one and there's a London one. I
There's
only
2
one
US ones. There's
US
other faults. There's come on, man. Let me do my research.
Other faults.
There's
Your
other
fault,
faults.
my fault, our fault, his fault,
Yeah,
their fault.
Yeah, there's My Fault, Your Fault, and then My Fault London.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
I think My Fault, the original one, well, the one that I saw, it seemed like there was a UK element of it. So it was a US,
maybe so. Maybe one of the girls.
a US actor and a UK actor.
No one must leave her city and friends into Williams. This is a mansion, falsify husband. Okay, yeah. So maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe
sure
what
it was
it is,
based
but
here, but with an American counterpart.
But the Your Fault, the love between Noah and Nick seemed to be unwavering, but the parents' attempts to separate them at college. All right, so Your Fault is part 2 to My Fault.
Right.
And now they've got My Fault London.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
My Fault London is okay. I like it. I like it. I especially if you've got teenage kids. I like to use, because with my little one, I used animation to talk about experiences, like, how, what makes you sad, what makes you happy, who you should trust, who to look out for. You use what you see on the film, you pause it and go, what do you think is going to happen? And see where their brain is, and see if they're just drone face watching it, or are they paying attention and trying to work out, what's going on. Are they thinking? And even up to now that she's 11, 12, she doesn't just sit there and drone watch. She will actually say, I don't trust that person. I don't like the way that's going on. You know what I mean? And have an opinion on it instead of just taking it all in.
Absorbing.
So I see things like My Fault London is that even though she's 11, 12 and it's about dating and love or whatever, I'll still let her watch it.
Yeah.
Adult supervision, and then say, well, you're getting older. What would you do in that situation?
That's almost like a talking topic for another show, or maybe, I don't know, because the management of input, you can overshield your child, I'm guessing. Now,
Yes.
I'm not a parent, so I can't talk from experience, but I feel as though the world is such a big influence on things that you can't totally shield your child from everything.
No,
So
you
why
can't.
not introduce them to it and tell them what the consequences are of certain things?
If you believe prevention is better than cure, then something like this is nothing. Because it's in a controlled environment, it's at home, you've got them around you, they've put down the phone, they're entertaining, and you can use a film as a learning tool and get interaction and actually have conversations about, could be love, it could be sex, it could be, you know what I mean? You could bring up certain things. And it's easy because, you know what I mean? As soon as it gets a bit techie, start the film again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You might pause for a sec and whatever, and then just push play and see if you were right. Well done. You know what I mean? Give them their props because they worked out what was happening. Good evening, going out to Arsenal Diva. What's going on?
Evening.
Hello to Karen James, nice to have you here.
Good evening.
Salute.
Yes.
Nice to have you here. Thank you for popping in and saying hello. Oh, excuse me. Oh, my chicken is coming back to attack me. Sorry.
Back to life.
I've got to keep it 200. Please put your comments in. We will see them and put them up as you see. We love the interaction. This week is a news report. Might not be a full 2-hour show, but we're going to try our best to entertain you. We're going to see what's hot, what's moving, what's personal to us in all from a DJ's perspective. Let's see what's going on. Oh, look, everyone's showing loves.
Love.
Loves.
Needs now is
all of that.
Sweet.
Is the background music all right? It's not too loud.
I think it's cool, but
yeah. Just want to make sure it doesn't overpower anything else. Right. Yeah. Welcome, the Real Soundcheck podcast. We're there. We are there.
Another week. Another week gone.
Yeah, another week. I'm studying.
Gold and here. You're studying.
Yeah, studying. I can't say what I was doing, but when I finished, I will release to the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exclusively, people here
just
on Real License.
Getting back to use my fingers, getting back to use my hands, and it's good. It's good. Keep the mind. Yeah. That's it.
That was almost like a kung fu thing. Yeah.
Yeah, literally. Please do us a favor, because we were running all over the place. If you could share the link, share the show, let people know we're having a nice news report. We'll be touching on loads of things, all from a DJ's perspective. So share the link. If someone's got a spare hour, you know what I mean? It's Monday night. Let's wind down the evening properly.
Yeah, and we also want your perspective on some of these news stories as well.
Most definitely.
A lot going on in the world as ever, and some of it's lighthearted, some of it's a bit more serious and heartfelt. So, we'll see how.
Where do you want to start? That's a good thing.
Almost anywhere really. I don't have a specific. But how was your week? I guess.
Oh right, yeah, all of that. As I said, I've just been looking forward to studying. That's about it, really. I won't be reporting live from the airport this week. Oh no, that was much appreciated though. We like that. Me and Dave was talking. We said that was some crazy interaction. That was brilliant. That was brilliant. We'll take any, and because it's news report week, if there's someone, I don't know, kicking trash cans down outside or something, just let us know, man.
Oh my gosh. Speaking about airports, I saw one clip. There's a spokeswoman for the airline, or the airport, I should say, outside saying, yeah, we're working really hard and we've done so much good work to reduce the number of delays, to get things back to a certain thing. And the cameraman pans up to the board and all you see is delay. Cameraman was doing the work, the journalism live and direct in real time. Brilliant.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. And if there's anything in the news that you think, wait a minute, no one's talking about this a lot, or what do you guys think about? Let us know. We can only give a reaction to whatever it is from our perspective as DJs. It might not be professional, but let's have a little chat. Let's have a little chat. Is Chameleonaire and the 360 thing long? Is it long?
I think it's about 4 minutes or so.
Okay, should we do the music first?
Yeah, let's do the music first then.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's do that then. Let's do that. Yeah, it's a news week, so let's keep that going. I need how many seconds? Let's do that. Wrong page.
Well, we've got a little suggestion there from Arsenal Diva, or a comment, I should say.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize that the Oscars had paid tribute to Quincy Jones.
Let's go back to that. Hold
music
on.
industry
Hold that there.
designed to rip off an artist. That's what I believe. I believe that when the check gets handed to an artist, the check is normally not right. The first person that told me this was Nelly. Nelly told me, you know, you got to learn how to do this thing called an audit. And I was like, what is that? And then he was like, man, you got to get a lawyer. And so I searched, I found Jay-Z's auditor, right? And then this guy went and said, I'll do it for, you know, I'm not going to charge you up front. I'm going to take a piece. And I was like, okay. So he goes and he finds over $600,000 that the label hid for me. So I was like, wait a second. Is this the way it always is? He's like, yeah, you got to keep on doing this. So I realized all my peers didn't know this, that, you know, I got into the music industry and thought that when you have a song that's number one, that it just goes magically because your song's good. It's paid. Like, payola is not supposed to be like a thing, but it's real. Like, I had to pay a lot of money to get my record to number one. And I started looking at the music industry differently. And all of my peers, I started focusing more on equity, right? I wasn't the guy that was going out and trying to chase a piece of a show that somebody's going to pay me $10,000 to do. I wanted to get a piece of the actual thing that was holding these buildings up. So I realized all these guys weren't thinking like that. And the way I got off of Universal when they didn't want to let me go is I told them, if you don't let me go, I'm going to go teach all these guys on the label how to do an audit. And they let me go because of that. They didn't want to pay all that money. So I was talking to my lawyer at the time, who's Don Passman, and he's, Oprah's lawyer. He doesn't have, rappers. I'm the only one. So I'm like, man, let's go do this tech stuff, man. There's this industry that's just cannibalizing this music industry. Let's go get involved in this stuff. And he wrote the book on the music industry, and he was like, I can get you out of this deal and get you to another deal, And I was like, I don't want to be in this place because it's designed for us to fail. We're chasing riches and not wealth. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go, try to mess with this tech stuff. I started advising. The first company I started advising for got bought by Google, and that's when I knew it was real. I was like, whoa, this is a real thing. I started putting money in other companies. Luckily, got into Maker Studios. Bam, big exit, right? And unfortunately, I was telling people before, like, hey, you need to come and get into this tech. And it's hard because this learning curve of trying to convince these big celebrities to give their money to somebody else when, Twitter needs to give me $1 million to tweet. You know what I mean? So then I started realizing, wait a second, I'm in the business of getting equity, and it's hard when I hear about streaming audio and stuff like that, because from the investor side or the consumer side, I love it. But from the artist standpoint, I'm just watching this industry just go like that, and it kind of like hurts me to. Oh, sorry about that. Kind of hurts me to. It hurts me to see that these people that were my legends fall off and not have any money and trying to figure out what to do.
Damn.
Damn. Now that's actually an old story.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, but it ties into something else. But just to know that the label said, no, don't teach everybody that. Here, you can come out your contract.
Yeah.
Whereas they will take others to court for trying to get out of their contract or to delivering substandard music. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Of course it is.
Of course
it is. I think the saddest, the saddest thing that I personally, what's the word? I personally don't like about the industry from a DJ's perspective is that there's so many holes in it, but yet it's so powerful and so big, and it's so blatant. Like getting into the industry and then hearing buybacks. And I'm like, what's a buyback? We put out a single, we go out and we buy it.
Mm-hmm.
You do what? Yeah, we go out and we buy it. Huh?
And with whose money?
I don't know. But you're buying your own product back. and then you go around the places and give it out as giveaways. So then it classes as a sale.
This is it. Run up the numbers.
Huh?
Buying the record that you paid to put out, to then have it either on the shelf or given as promos, but you get charged for it.
When I found out all of that, and that's early 2000s, I said, no, let me just stay on the outside. I don't want to get involved in the inside of it. Yeah, it's all dead. It's all dead.
It's interesting that that there's been a lot of sale of the rights to catalogs recently.
Yes, I think, how can I put it? I think that it was inevitable, if you understand what I mean, in the sense of, depending on the artist, if you're an old school artist like Tina Turner, it's worth you selling your rights for 8 to 10 years or whatever it is. And then as long as you get the first rights to buy it back, then it's calm. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you get the upfront money, they make money off you for 10 years, and then you get the rights to buy it back. But then I want to know, is it at an inflated price, whether or not the percentages of what they spent is profitable or not? So in other words, you know, they buy it off you for £5, they have it for 10 years. If they make £50, yeah, do they want £55 back? Do you get what I'm saying?
This is the thing.
Or are they literally could turn around to you and say, well, we want 100? So not only are we going to eat the 50 that we made off of taking it for £5, you're going to have to pay 100 to get it back.
I guess it depends on the contract, right? So it's either it reverts back because you've paid to hire it for a certain amount of time. So you've leased it as opposed to you own it.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it's a lease or if it's a own, it does depend.
Yeah, because if it's a own, it will be depends in the contract. It might say, okay, I own it for X amount of time, but when you want to buy it back, it will cost this, but it's in the contract up front, as opposed to at the end, this case, so yeah, I don't want to sell it to you anymore, I kind of like this money that's coming through, so yeah, it's mine, so that's it.
All of that. What were you talking about here? Arsenal diva, the Oscars tribute to Quincy Jones. I thought it was an embarrassment. Ooh, shall I find it? Well, okay, in a sec, let's find that out. We got another news report, Karen James. My news report is a lady apparently lost her life today on Mare Street in Hackney. She was hit by a lot.
Oh, sugar.
Oh, that's bad.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, your sound seems to have gone a little.
Mine?
Okay, it's a bit better now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Arsenal diva knows about Holland Oates is really messy.
I think that's to do with the publishing or the the rights to the music. Yeah, I've not heard anything directly, but that's what I believe that was in relation to the rights and stuff. Because remember, Michael Jackson had the rights to the Beatles catalog, right?
Huh?
Michael Jackson had the rights to the Beatles catalog.
He had the rights to Beatles catalog. I swear he bought Eminem's catalog for a little while. He had everybody's thing. He was ready to mash up everything.
Yeah, and then like maybe 3 to 6 months after he passed,
a
Beatles product came out.
Yeah,
like straight. It's like it was in the pipeline already, and they just want to say, no, we want the money.
I get you.
Hypothetically.
Yeah. I get you.
It's very interesting timing.
I think I found Oprah Winfrey, Whoopi Goldberg reunite for Queen Latifah, Quincy Jones. Oprah Winfrey and Whoopi Goldberg reunite after 40 years. Color Purple to tribute the late Quincy Jones. I've got something here, but what are we looking at?
Arsenal Divas elaborated on the Hall and Oates situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the comment.
What are we looking at now? Oates was selling his half, and Hall didn't approve of the buyer. He said they will never perform together again. This sounds like the Wu-Tang. But they're doing their last tour together. They're doing their last tour. They finally put it away and said, let's make some money and then retire, innit?
I mean, you must really, really not like the person who bought it for you to say we're never gonna. It must have been something really, really something that happened in the backstory that we don't know about.
No, maybe the buyer was some form of label that he doesn't want them to capitalize on his work.
Yeah, it has to be really. I think because ultimately you still got your half.
Yeah.
So your money's quote unquote unaffected, but your work is going to that person is able to use that work. And I guess if it's half and half, who gets the majority say in, I don't know, let's say one of their songs, they want to use it
this is it. Oates
in a
is
breakfast
selling
ad.
Half, and Hall didn't approve of the buyer. He said he would never perform. So they won't perform together, but it means that if the music gets synced anywhere or whatever, the new owner will eat that food.
Yeah, exactly. So this is what I'm saying. The new owner must have, because the buyer is what Oates Hall didn't approve of.
Yeah.
So it's like we make a track together, and you decide, you know what, I'm selling to anti-plantain establishment, and I'm like, nah, man, you can't sell to anti-plantain establishment.
Yeah.
They don't like plantain.
Yeah.
And then you say, man, I need the money or whatever it might be, and you sell it. And I'm like, man, anti-plantain establishment has got my work.
Yeah, well, half of your work, yeah.
Because they can use the song. You can't chop the song in half and say, okay,
no,
use
you
half
can't.
the song. It's a case of they can use it for promoting thumbtacks or blue tack or flowers or I don't know, whatever it might be. Whereas the integrity of the song that I'm making might not have been for that purpose.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I think it's sad. It's as I said, like the Wu-Tang brothers started getting paid, and other people didn't like what other people were doing, and it ended up breaking up the clique. You know what I mean? To a degree that it affected their global movement, their global sales, their global touring, their global everything, because one man don't trust another man, and I'm with him, so I'm going to move with him. What? You're not moving with me, bro. Stupidness. Stupidness. Imagine if you don't approve of who will use the music for a movie, etc. too, and you don't say like the director, yep. Yep. Yeah.
Wait, for example, this is a very light-hearted example, but imagine you sell to the new owner of the MCU, who has destroyed already one franchise,
yeah,
and now is going to possibly mess up the other franchise. You don't want your music to be associated with the new stuff. If it was the old stuff, you might be like, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So maybe it's something like that as well. But
yeah.
Arsenal D was saying the lawsuit's still going, went on for days and years.
It's sad. It's sad. I have a video here. Oprah Winfrey, Whoopi Goldberg reunite for Queen Latifah Quincy Jones tribute.
Okay.
It's 3 minutes. Who said it was embarrassing?
That was Arsenal Diva.
Diva, explain. Should we watch it?
Let's have a look.
Okay. Yeah, while we're watching it, could you just put in the comments why you thought it was a bit... Yeah.
He received 7 Oscar nominations for The Wiz, In Cold Blood, For Love of Ivy, and The Color Purple, which me and O were part of.
I never thought I had to fight in my own house.
Oprah Winfrey and Whoopi Goldberg reuniting on the Oscar stage to honor the legendary Quincy Jones, who died in November at 91 after battling pancreatic cancer.
The man, our beloved Q, had an equally powerful impact on the world of film as a composer and producer.
When we talk about Black excellence, we're talking about Quincy.
The power talents coming together 40 years after starring alongside each other in The Color Purple.
Paying tribute to him for all he has meant to our movie community is why we all honor Q's memory tonight. My life changed forever and for the better after meeting him. He actually discovered me for The Color Purple, which was my first film.
Me too.
Now, you want a dead son-in-law, Miss Seeley? You keep on advising him like you doing. This life be over soon. Heaven lasts always.
Celia and Sophia are back together.
40 years later, and we still look good.
Yes, indeed.
We honor the true American legend whose music and movies continue to inspire us all.
And now, please welcome to the stage Oscar nominee, Queen Latifah!
Come on and ease on down the road.
Also part of the tribute, Queen Latifah, performing a song composed by Quincy from The Wiz.
Ease on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be alone. Come on, ease on down the road.
A tribute to your dad tonight.
Queen Latifah is performing.
We have definitely seen.
I'm very excited.
We've definitely seen the outpouring of love for your dad. Your family, I'm sure, has felt it.
Yeah, it's still hard. Yeah, it's still tough, but we definitely felt it, and it's a day-to-day thing. But I'm very honored and very, very humbled by all the love and all the support we've gotten. So we appreciate that.
Maybe times when you think you lost your mind, and the steps you're taking leave you 3 more steps behind. But the road you're walking might be long sometimes. You just keep on stepping, and you'll be just fine. Now, he's on down the road. He's on down.
Okay.
I kind of get what Diva's saying. There was so much that he did.
They talked Latifah before, and that was it. Oh, you mean it wasn't enough?
Yeah, because if well, they showed too much of The Color Purple. That's the first thing. What about pictures of him? You know what I mean? Him doing his thing. Images of him everywhere, but they're showing an old film of these two who are presenting the award.
Wait a minute. What did he do? The music for The Color Purple or what?
Apparently he's I don't know if he executive produced or something, but remember Queen Latifah did The Wiz. Was doing the song from The Wiz, which Quincy Jones was a big part of as well.
Right.
And even Queen Latifah's performance, for me, I'm thinking, no disrespect to her at all.
Yeah.
I don't know her to be a singer. I know her to be a rapper.
She can sing, yeah.
But yeah, she can sing.
Yeah.
But in honor of Quincy and the amount of artists that he must have worked with,
yeah,
is Queen Latifah the only person who stepped forward or was asked to do that in respect of how much Quincy's contributed to music anyway.
But does it tie into ownership of this and who does that, and did you give me my mechanical rights to this when I asked for it, and then you want me to perform and give you graces and everything when you're gone? So if you didn't give me my money, when you're alive. I'm not singing when you're dead. It could all be all of that stuff. We don't know. I don't know. Or it could be just bad production and a bad idea. Because to me, when I hear Quincy Jones, I think of Fresh Prince and
music.
Michael
And maybe
Jackson.
The Wiz. Yeah.
Michael Jackson over everything. Over everything, I just think Michael Jackson. Doesn't matter what other music he's done. I just think Michael Jackson.
Yeah. And that's why. So I don't know who was behind Thriller. Was it a Quincy idea or Quincy concept, or was it Michael's? It might be the Michael concept. But again, you know, it's just exactly. Q has done music for decades. They couldn't have done a medley spanning over each decade.
Spanning over decades. Yeah. So all they done was talk about Color Purple and Wiz.
And then do one song, yeah. Well, it seemed like one song because, you know,
Yeah.
they might have chopped it up for their. But yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah. No, thanks for that. I didn't even know they did that. I didn't even know they did that at the Oscars. So maybe, but then this is it, going into music, acting award ceremony.
But music is an essential part of the film. It creates ambience.
Well, this is where a lot of people are saying the people behind the scenes who do the art, the musics, the staging, the lighting, the electrics, the graphics, the this, the that, that's still part of the art. If they don't touch nothing, you ain't getting no movie.
Yeah, precisely that.
You ain't getting no movie.
Big shot. I actually, almost like a little form of respect, when a film finishes in the cinema, I'm waiting until all the credits have gone. That's just me. I'm going to listen to the music that's playing.
Yeah.
I'm going to see some of the songs that have been featured in the film.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna actually see a lot of the names as well. And, you know, thank you.
I only started doing that since the Marvel donut things at the end. Otherwise, I'm the first one out the door.
Yeah.
But since I started seeing, they're called donuts, whatever they're called, those little things at the end.
Oh gosh, the names escape me. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the little bit of extra film clip that happens at the end of the film to say what's going on or just leave you cliffhanging.
Yeah.
It's the only reason why I will stay to the end, past the credits.
What's the name of it, man? I think I need a defrag in my memory. I think I need a defrag. Cynthia. Okay, yeah, I can imagine. Cynthia's been doing her thing, but yeah, I'm not watching that film.
Oh, what, the Witches film?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not bothered about it.
Yeah.
I'm not bothered.
It's not pulled me in.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't done nothing at all. Nothing at all. How do we pay our respects? How should we pay our respects?
I think the one with the 3 people in it. I think it's one of the later ones that
The one with
it was
the
like
3?
the beginning, yeah. So it's the origins before we come up to date.
Where?
So let's
Ooh,
see.
you've lost me.
Let's see.
The one with the 3.
So it's the one that is right under you say 1 hour news episode.
Yeah, that's a Grab post.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, okay. Is that a nice... What's the... Wait a minute. Are we speaking about the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it says, did you know?
It should, yeah, it's just that same link.
Yeah, I've hit it. I feel it. Okay, sorry everyone. You know, it happens.
Live news.
Right. Let's see what this is about.
Singers and cheerleaders. After hearing King Tim III by the Fatback Band in 1979, they decided to add rapping to their repertoire. Cheryl the Pearl, Blondie, and Angie B called themselves a sequence because everything about them ran in a sequence. Angie was 5'2", Cheryl was 5'3", and Blondie was 5'4". And on October 20th, Blondie turned 20. On November 19th, Cheryl turned 19. And on December 18th, Angie turned 18. When the Sugar Hill Gang came to Township Auditorium in Columbia, South Carolina to perform in October of 1979, the sequence were able to make their way backstage and audition for Sylvia Robinson, the founder and CEO of Sugar Hill Records. Sylvia was impressed and called the girls within a week to come to New Jersey and record. 1979's Funk You Up would simultaneously make them the first female rap group to make a record and the first rap group ever from the South to make a rap record. Angie B would marry her label mate, Little Rodney C from the Funky 4+1, whose name was actually Rodney Stone. Angie Stone would become a powerful force in a new genre called Neo Soul, and the lead singer of a group called Vertical Hold. As a solo singer and writer, Angie Stone would take the world by storm. The Sequence. The Sequence were a trio of friends from Columbia.
Jeez. Yeah. I didn't know that. As we pay our respects to the late, great diva Angie Stone. That's it's sad.
Very
sad.
And it's the stark reminder of having your ducks in a row and hugging the people that you really want to hug and letting people know that they are cherished and they are loved.
Sad,
So
man.
it's,
Sad. All of that. Oops. That's all going through my thing. All of that is just
from quote unquote humble beginnings, but you know, a pioneer in hip hop that many people.
I didn't realize she was part of the sequence.
Yeah. And you know, then going on to become, like as Arsenal Diva said, soul royalty.
Yeah, man. That is. I know. Who was it? Roberta Flack,
Gwen McCrae,
and now Angie Stone. Always in threes. Sorry, I have to say it. I don't care. Do your homework. If you don't want to check, just check. Always start of the year in threes. It winds me up.
Yeah, and again on the hypothetical tip, you know, it's sad that anyone passes away, but gracefully or thankfully, the other 8 or so passengers have just had injuries.
But this is what's upsetting people. How 8 people could be in a vehicle, but only one person dies. Chris Jasper from the Isley Brothers. Oh man.
I mean, just to throw more of the sort of celebrities that we've got the Gene Hackman and wife and dog.
Yeah, what's all that about?
Yeah, one of my friends suggested maybe they ingested something. You know, again, it's hypothetical, it's not a thing, but for the dog to be 2.
G Hackman, his wife, and his dog were found in the house.
Apparently so.
hypothetically, let's going back to Angie now. 8 people in a car, and if the footage, from what I saw, whatever, if it was the actual footage, the car turned over.
It's a weird one. It was because I think they quickly acknowledged that Angie had gone, but they didn't say what the status of the others were. And then later on, it was like they've had injuries. But the way that the vehicle was in the ditch, you wonder what kind of happened. And apparently the van flipped first and then was hit by the truck, the 18-wheeler. But I don't know what the story is, and I don't know. It's sad. It's sad. Whatever's happened has happened, and it's sad that it's happened. It's just it's not.
I think what's bugging people out is the fact that she was talking about her mechanical rights and what money was owed to her, and
that's in one of the
all
links.
of that, like recently, like within a month or something recently. I can't remember the actual date. No one actually said.
It's on the. You can read out one of them. One of her posts, her last post was, "I've just discovered something that's been hidden in the dark for too long. My publishing was stolen. And guess what? I know exactly who did it. But don't get it twisted. I'm coming for you and all the dogs who thought they could take what's mine. Trust, I'm ready." Just like Jamie Foxx said, what had happened was, well, now it's my turn to share my testimony. It's a new chapter, and you can bet the truth is coming to light. Stay tuned.
Well, this is it. Wait a minute. I think we've got it. Here. Let's hear from the woman herself. I think it's a lot better if we do that.
They all pretty much been stolen. After 40-something years in the business, I'm like, where are my royalties going? Because I'm not getting this. Come to find out, Universal Music has been receiving all my royalties, all my mechanicals. They've taken pretty much everything. They've stolen, I won't say stolen, but they have taken all the monies that were due to me. They have basically absorbed in that company, even though there's several class action lawsuits, people that were working on my behalf never even registered the songs. All the songs that I've done, I'm only coming to find out they were not properly registered by the companies that I signed over to, people that were supposed to do their due diligence. So I am truly a walking testimony that God has carried me all this time, because if you only knew how much money they have taken from me, how much they have stolen from me, monies that I'm supposed to be, I should have been able to retire 20 years ago with the money I've made. So I'm just here to let you know, one way or the other, Universal Music, you're going to have to give up my coins. And so what I'm doing now is whatever is necessary to make sure they pay me for the legacy of my life, for my children and my grandchildren. They're going to have to give me my money. A lot of my publishing.
And this is, again, kind of coming back to what we had with Chamillionaire. With the money just being hidden. And it's a shame. I remember when I was younger, and I was wanting to get into production.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to be like the UK version of I don't want to say it now, but a certain person who's associated with baby oil. But and I thought, if I ever get approached by a record label, don't show me the contract, show me the numbers.
Yeah.
So if you sell 1 million records, how much do I get?
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
So the contract and everything is, show me what the numbers are. And it's just a shame that a lot of artists are in these deals. And they're not.
But you know what's bugging me? And this is no offense to the late lady that we just saw. I'm just wondering, and this is my thing, right? And I hope no one comes for me for this. if I'm a painter and decorator and someone says they want me to come to their house and paint, I'm going to go to your house and I'm going to give you a quote. You then turn around and say to me, yeah, okay, I like that quote. That's good work, blah, 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 blah. So we have an agreement.
Mm-hmm.
So isn't it up to me to sit down and say, all right, then, well, here's the outlay. This is what I need week 1. This is what I need week 2. It's going to take this time and this time. Am I getting the paint? No, you're getting the paint. If you're going to get the paint, then you need to get this type of paint. Like, you go through what's what when I'm doing the job. Do you get what I'm saying? So in other words, if I'm buying all the supplies, I'll give you the receipt so you can see what I've spent, so you reimburse me on getting your work done. Do you get what I'm saying? So in other words, I show you what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
If I've gone into a studio and I've sung and I've made a 9, 10, 12 track album, yeah, and I'm signed to a label, and this label says that they're going to put out my music, why don't I know that my ownership of my music is not mine? Why don't I know that? Why are we hearing this over and over and over? And the thing about it is, it's not no new young guns that are getting booked. It's all the old cats that are getting done.
Yeah.
So then what it says around me is, you could blame the big label, but what about your manager? What about your doggy that's next to you? What about the person that was there with you in studio? What about all these people that says they're part of your label? Like,
because
sometimes that bugs me out.
Sometimes they are in on it. They're all getting their little extra kickbacks. So they're like, Kate Sturm, here's another one we've got for you. This person here, sign them. Cool. Yeah, you signed the contract. How many artists are actually going to read that 253-page contract?
No, but whether it's a 250 thingy contract, you turn round to a solicitor off books, not by them, off books, and say to them, here what? I'm going to be a millionaire soon. I'm going to make some good money. Yeah? Can you just go over this for me and tell me what my rights are, what my wrongs are? And you are nice.
But you're supposed to do that.
Or even if you take out a loan, pay the solicitor to go through it before you sign it.
That would be ideal. But in the desperation and in the excitement, I feel, they hoodwink, bamboozle everything. I remember I interviewed T.I.
Yeah.
Not T.I., sorry. TQ. I interviewed TQ one time. And we were talking a little bit about that. And he said, yeah, you know, they came into the room, they gave me the contract. And then you're like, oh, haven't you signed it? I said, no, I'm reading it. They go, you're reading it? He goes, yeah. They were surprised that he was going to read it. Why would they be surprised? Because they know in the excitement of someone I just got signed, they think it's the end goal.
That's exactly what it is. I've got a story, same thing, me working with an artist, and the artist is, young, you know what I mean? And I'm saying to the artist, it's going to take time, it's going to grow, it's going to be nice. He sees the bells and whistles of people's studio and yada, 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 and it's all great. This person comes with contracts and everything else and wants me to sign to the studio. Who signed to what? I'm looking after the artist. If the artist wants to work with you on a project, then you can sign a contract for the project. But we're not signing over forthcoming music and everything else and me to you. So whatever I think I've got to come through you, no.
Okay.
And that is what then broke things apart, because he liked bells and whistles, and I'm not into bells and whistles.
Right.
Yeah. In fact, furthermore, like, we're not paying for your beats. Yeah, we're not doing that. You give us the beat, we work it, and then when the fruit come, you take a bigger percentage.
Right.
We're not paying you.
See? And that's navigating that whole scene and that whole situation. There's not a school that teaches you how to do that. That's
There shouldn't
commonly
have
known.
to be a school.
But the contracts are not the best, are they? And if you don't have a lawyer, and you don't know about lawyers because all you did was you went into the studio, you bought an Akai MPC 3000 and you bought a recording software and you went and you made some hot tracks. You want to go and perform. And somebody said, okay, here's 5,000, come and perform for the night. And you're like, yeah, I'll come there for 5,000. They sold 10,000 tickets at £20 each. You know what I mean? So they're eating nice, but they're making you feel like you've got your change.
Yeah.
And this is the same thing with your analogy of the painter. It's more a case of, painter, can you come and paint this attraction? I've got the rides and everything, right? And we'll give you a percentage. And then you collect all the money from all the people going on the rides. You collected 10,000, say, and you say to the painter, yeah, man, we made 500 for you. And the painter's like, oh, okay, yeah, I got some money, cool. Not knowing that because of the paint that they did, the paint job that they did, you got more people coming in, and paying, and that's the way that I feel it's worked.
I think it's really, really, I think it's really, really sad. I think it's really, 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 really sad. And then with NDAs and everything else slipped into the contract, you now then can't. You know, even when I heard when you were on Britain's Got Talent or one of them shows there, as a loser, you can't put out no music 12 to 18, 24 months after coming off.
Why would they even? Because at the what you could do, if you, I guess it depends on what it is. I'm just thinking in terms of what I might think. If you want to put out something, we'll help you put it out. Simple.
That I would rather have 15 failures that didn't win under my banner, releasing singles for 24 months underneath my umbrella label, you know what I mean, and eat that stream food for 24 months and let them rip.
Yeah.
And put them all on tour. Might pop. Put them all on tour and make them warm up for the winner. That one.
Yeah.
And eat a food. But no, because they rather turn around and say, you cannot come out with anything for 24 months.
Which is crazy. And there's people who agree to do it because, again, the euphoria of the potential of, I'm going to win this.
I don't like that. I don't like that. It's so sad. I think there's other ways of like what you said immediately. The first thing is work with the people. Why chastise them? Work with them.
Because you usually find, and it seems to be historically true, that it's never the winner that makes it big.
That makes it.
Yeah.
What can we say? What can we say?
It's news.
It's the news week. Let's find out if there's anything else. Did you know that France have been playing with fusion particles?
I think I did hear something about this, that they got the world record for they made it hotter than the sun?
Hotter than the sun. Scientists in France have set an all-time record by making an artificial fusion sun, surpassing the record set by China. Yeah? The fusion reactor sustained hydrogen plasma at the extreme temperatures for 1,337 seconds, 22 minutes, more than 22 minutes, using 2 megawatts of heating power.
From where? British Gas?
This is what I'm saying. Enough to supply electricity for over 1,000 homes.
That meter's going like so.
No, but remember, they're not. They're taking particles. And making them fusions together. So they're banging them and clanging them together. And when they spark, they can keep that spark alive for a certain amount of time.
But they need to give the particles the energy to make that spark.
No, but yeah, you're right. And the energy is speed. The speed at which, that's what the Hadron Collider does. The Hadron Collider throws particles at faster speed than we can see and make them collide. Hadron Collider. So
You
it
know-
collides the particles together, and when they hit, they bang, and because they're moving at such a pace, they'll keep spinning round, just like how your eye sees a light bulb switching on. You get it, in the sense of the electric goes in and then coils around, and then it starts to glow. That's what they're doing with the particles. So that's that to me. But what they're saying is now, remember, they're playing with fusion and plasma. If plasma and hydrogen mix and they start, all it takes is one little slip in her, and they've got a hydrogen bomb. I know you can't say that word on YouTube. That's why we don't get the look, but we keep it 200. You've got a hydrogen thing that could just pop off.
Yeah. Because I know we're all looking for sustainable energy. But we want to do it safely. And I guess they've got all their protocols and everything in place.
Just put some windmills on some hills, man. Done. And you know what I mean? You use the wind out like what they do, put it out at sea. How much wind is blowing out there for free? It makes sense.
But to have something on the planet that's hotter than the sun itself, when people can't even take a little 40 degrees on the beaches of Marseille or wherever it might be.
Yeah.
We've already got global warming. So you want to heat up the planet with something that's hotter than the sun.
I don't believe in the global warming.
I know. Climate change, sorry. That's what they changed it to.
Yeah. Climate change.
You know,
the natural progression of the planet doing what it's meant to do, because it's been doing it for thousands of years, is now a problem.
To the point where they want to destroy cows.
Boo-hoo. the bloody planet got hot and it's now going cold and it's getting hot again. Oh wow.
But it's the whole, we can fix that.
Yeah, we can fix that. So your grandchildren are gonna have to pay for it. Let's create a XAT reversed.
Nature.
Just reverse a nice big XAT and let everybody pay for it.
The nature has been here from before we were here, from what I understand.
That's why there was an ice age. That's why there was a bronze age. That's why there was different ages. That's why there was different. Remember, all you've got to do is dig. All you've got to do is dig. If you want to find out what's going on in the world, dig. The soil will tell you what's happened. That's why I personally feel the timeline is rubbish. Because you've only got to go down 6 feet and you can tell, oh no, we found this from prehistoric. Yeah, what? 6 foot? That's it. That's it. 200 and something million years ago only had 6 foot of dirt over it. But that's just me. Anyway, let's not. This is me. What else did I find? That's upsetting people? Oh, you had something to do with money. What did you say?
Oh, it was the banks had that glitch on
Yeah,
payday.
where's that? Where did you write that? Is that in the?
Well, I just had it as I just copied some text, but I can try.
You want to read something, and then I'll add on to it. Go on. So, wait a minute. Hold on. We're gonna do it, but we're switching stories. Right, we're going to be talking about your money.
Yeah, the major banks were hit by payday digital banking problems again. I just wondered if anyone in the chat was affected. because apparently customers of multiple banks reported problems banking online as they struggled to access services on payday for the second month running, apparently. So the problems came 2 days after the details were revealed of how IT failures have affected banks over the past 2 years. And at the end of January, customers of one particular bank were left unable to access app and online banking services following a major IT outage that lasted 3 days. The latest problems, yet again on payday, have hit a couple of other banks nationwide. So, there are people who will hypothetically say, ah, because there was someone who said that we would experience something that would make something that we've already experienced a walk in the park. Is this just a little, let's get them used to not being able to access stuff so that when we remove the access to that stuff.
So when people are saying conspiracy theories don't exist, when conspiracy theories people tell you, well, you won't be able to touch your money soon, get your money out of the banks, the banks are going to crash.
Well,
when they say you won't be able to access your money, you won't be able to
listen.
Crypto coins is going to be the way forward, and everyone's like, you can't touch crypto. You're not going to do nothing with crypto.
Well, very, very interestingly, I was actually doing a little bit of research, and I was on a webinar the other day, and the banking system is the banking system, and hypothetically speaking, it's meant to serve us in a way that we've been used to it. But you put your money into the bank and you expect the bank to be able to give you your money whenever you want. All right? When you go to pull out your money, especially if it's a larger sum of money, I mean, up to 500, fine, no worries. But when you want a larger amount, then they have all these questions for you. Why do you need the money? What do you need the money for? Or you might need to call in about 7 days earlier to say, yep, I need to order my money, please, so to speak. I need to take out this much. I need it ordered. Cool. There's something called fractional reserve banking. And I learned yesterday that it was 10%, but now it's 0 in certain countries.
What?
So it's not to alarm anyone or anything, because digitally we've already moved into a whole new space of the way that money moves around and stuff.
Yeah.
But it technically means that when you put your money into a bank, they technically don't need to keep it there. They are able to lend it out.
Yes.
Yeah. And they don't have to keep 10%. So before, you would put in 1,000. This theoretically, hypothetically supposed to keep 100 and lend out the 900.
Yes.
And the circulation of money is such that if you ask for your 1,000, they'd be able to get their 1,000 and give it to you. Yeah.
Yes.
It's just changed from them having to keep 100 behind to now they don't need to keep anything behind.
Anything behind.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they can send out the full 100 to go and do whatever they need to do. When you go collect your money, they will call the full amount back. So everything is technically in the cloud. That's what I've come to understand.
This is wild. Now you've said that to me. This is wild. On a note of investments, Mr. Buffet. You know about Mr. Buffet?
Yes.
Yeah, him and his people then has told fund back in the S&P 500.
Mm.
Sold everything. His latest retreat from the stock market. The conglomerate dissolved its shares in 2 exchange traded funds or ETFs from major investment companies, Vanguard and State Street Global Advisors.
I mean,
saying, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Buffet, for decades, kept his money in Coke and the S&P 500. For him to close down his accounts where he's holding the S&P 500. Okay, that all I'm saying, and you're talking about banks can't open up and people can't get the money. And Mr. Buffet is doing what? Okay.
Yes, I mean, again, hypothetically, it could be that, oh, he's saying, you know, I'm coming to the end of my life now. I'm just going to splurge a little, give a little away and do what I need to do. So, because he's got enough to do that.
No.
And so, you know, hypothetically, that could be what's happening.
Nope. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. The digital banking system is moving in. Either you're with it or you're not. Get ready. That's it. Done. Finished. Take of it what you will.
Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Think
Been some interesting movement in the markets.
I've been very lapsy-daisy in the last 12 months. I've only been skimming across certain news things. I'm going back in it because what I noticed and what I found out 8 to 10 years ago is now coming true. And you just clarified one of them. So this is the beginning. And I just find it hilarious when things come true.
The evolution, right?
No, it's the fact that it was told to everyone in their face. But we as a people are so damn ignoramus. Yeah. Well, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna happen.
Because again, you know, we've now become accustomed to.
Yeah, that's fine.
We don't need to pull out. Pause. But you know, there is there is a school of thought.
Yeah.
That one day, you know, biblically, there's that method as well. And there's so much in circulation, and there's so much that is old, that something will have to happen. And this is where they talk about resetting as well. And if you reset, I mean, what do you reset to? How do you start things off?
No, it's not a reset. It's not a reset. It's a shift. It's a shift. It is a shift. When we did our reports and we had other people on the show, and especially when the other guys were around, some people have reported that in certain Asian countries, they have already started using the universal credit coin. So you get your digital allowance. You're allowed to use your digital allowance in the digital allowance shops to have the specified amount of digital allowance food, and you're only allowed to use that in there. You're not allowed to take it anywhere else. You're not allowed to do anything else with it, and you have to queue up orderly and wait your turn. If you cross the road without using the lights, you lose your digital allowance. If you're late to work and they put a report in, you lose your digital allowance. You have to be a very good citizen to keep your allowance. It has already been trialed and tested over there. So if you want to say that it's a hypothetical, blah, 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 calm. but it's already happening. It's already happening. It's already been tested to see if it works. It's already been tested to see if a global, a nation's economy will suffer or gain by having control in that way. Because they realize letting people do whatever they want, how they want, and where they're going to do it. Too much people are making stupid enough money, not paying taxes, disappearing, disrespecting the country, and that's the problem. People need to pay their taxes. Stop jumping on YouTube and saying, well, this is how you avoid to pay tax. How stupid can you be? Pay your tax.
I don't think there's people who are averse to it. They're just averse to how much.
I don't care.
And the thing is, if you take so much from people, they have less to spend. If
I
they have
don't
less
care.
to spend, then the flow of the economy doesn't work so well. And if the flow of the economy doesn't work so well, the businesses close down, which means
don't
that there's
care.
less jobs. And if there's less jobs, people don't have money to spend. So you get a spiral downwards.
Don't care. You earned a certain amount of money, pay your dues. That's it. Shut your mouth.
But the dues, are they fair?
Live around
Are
afterwards.
the
That's it.
dues fair? That's what it is. I don't
It
think
doesn't
people.
matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
it-
matter.
it has to.
You've chosen to live where you live, and
No,
where
we're
you live.
born where we're born, so we'd have to either
Yeah. So
migrate to
if you
somewhere
don't
else.
like where you live, leave. Leave. But then wherever you land, they have a set of rules,
Yes,
and you have to do what they say on that piece of land.
which is fine. But what people are saying is that what you're doing is unfair. And
Unfair to
if
what?
people are in charge,
Unfair to what? Unfair to what?
okay. So let's.
You're allowed to use your brain to work a system to satisfy your financial gain and use materials and resources and everything around you which are not yours. You telling me that you shouldn't pay whoever owns those resources?
We're not saying that.
So what's fair then? What's not fair?
Okay. So if you're collecting X from everybody,
Yeah.
but it only costs Y to sort everything out,
Yeah.
why you keep taking more and more and then
Because
spending
more
on
and
things
more
that
people are not paying X,
because-
they're paying A.
I
They're not
don't
paying
think it's
X.
that. I don't
They
think
might
it's
actually,
that.
they might actually owe LMNOP, but they want to pay A.
The thing is, I don't think they can get away with that because of PAYE, because of the way that it gets taken from you before you even see it. You have no say in the matter.
Yeah, but as I said to you, there's people on the internet where we are now telling people, don't do this, do that. Save this as that. Put that in a trust and don't pay this and don't do that. Telling everyone what not to do. That's breaking down your economy in the country that you're in.
But you see, one of the things that people are doing that for, from what I can see, is inheritance. Because
I
don't forget,
it.
that is already
I
tax
get it.
money. So people
But
are saying,
don't
wait a
forget
second.
where you are.
Yeah, but why? Okay, it's where you are is where you are. But if they're still doing things that are unfair, people are going to find a way around it.
What's this fair business? It's the law of the land. Law and fair is two different things, bro.
Okay, so basically, it's accept tyranny.
Okay. What are you trying to
That's
say?
kind of no. I'm just hypothetically speaking, it's accept tyranny, because whatever they say is whatever they say, whether
Yeah.
it's good for the country, whether it's good for the people, whether it's good for morale, whether it's good for mental health, whatever it is, whatever they say stands. And I get that from the perspective of this is quote unquote their country, their rules, and this is what happens.
If you understand Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you understand tax. That's the way I put it. Everything on the hierarchy of needs is taxed. Everything. Everything. Doesn't matter what it is.
What it leads to,
And whatever
especially
you
with the way
need
that
to do in your life, whether you walk, run, drive a car, move, make money, live, trade, whatever, you have to pay a tax.
Yes, and nobody's saying
Yeah.
don't pay a tax. What we're saying
Yes,
is
they are.
that some people are
They're
saying
saying, like
don't
you said, it's not fair. Why should I pay so much?
because it's hurting people.
Okay.
It's hurting people.
Okay.
And it's partially tax, it's partially the quote unquote cost of living.
Yeah.
Businesses have to charge more.
Cost of living is a total different thing. I think that is a MF. Yeah, that's bad.
But
putting up the prices on food and then reducing the amount of food that you're actually buying and the quality of it and everything else, that's another episode. We can go into that.
They bring up the price of everything, quote unquote.
Yeah.
They bring down the amount that you earn.
Yeah.
Or the amount that you
and
keep
the quality
from
of the
your
stuff that you're buying. Yes.
I'm talking about your taxes are bringing
Yeah,
down
yeah,
the
yeah,
amount
no, I
that you earn.
understand.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's going to get to a point where they're just going to meet.
Yes.
Right?
And you're going to rely on credit and become a good citizen.
Tyranny. technically, hypothetically, it's a very interesting discussion because
it's real.
There's elements of spending that go on that you think to yourself, I wouldn't spend money on that, or that much doesn't need to go over there, or that much doesn't need to go on that. And it could be done in a different way to help different people in different ways. Yet, they still want more.
Of course.
The what was it in April? The transport fares are going up.
Yep.
Blackwall Tunnel and the new tunnel, they're going to get charged.
Yep.
So now you've taken money out of people's pocket again. So now that the eggs are £82 per pack, now they can't get the eggs. So what's going to happen if people don't have money?
The day people understand their power, is the day everything will change.
In what sense?
People will never, ever, ever, ever in our lifetime understand their power. That's all.
What would change?
Everything.
Meaning?
Just everything.
Okay, so what I guess I'm alluding to is, would taxes change?
I think so.
And why do people want taxes to change?
Why do they want it to change? Because a lot of people identify that there's too many different tiers for tax. So in other words, if you're a certain earner, you pay less tax than someone who earns less than you.
Because if technically speaking, when we work our work week, we work until maybe like Thursday afternoon, and the rest of the week we're not even working for ourselves. We're working to pay the tax.
Well, that's a deep concept. What are you trying to say? 1 day a week is just tax?
Just over 1 day a week is just tax.
Ew. Ew. Don't ever say that again. Oh,
and
don't
that's
ever
kind
say that
of
again.
what I'm alluding to.
Tube
fares went up today.
Oh, mate.
I might go back to Oyster, because some people say the way that, especially if you got like notifications, the way they ping your notifications at 2 a.m. with that, yeah, we took this much from you.
That's wild.
On a daily.
That's wild. Well, it was meant to be a short one. I think we should finish the news report round about here. Sounds like a great fun episode. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds cool, man. It's been a great one.
Yeah, man.
And thank you for the update, Karen James, on the tube fares going up. Thank you, Awesome Diva,
Yeah.
for giving us the news reports as well.
Yeah, man. We definitely appreciate. And we will be back. Episode 95.
95.
Let's find something fun to do. Yeah, let's find something fun to do for 95.
It might not quite be the quiz. We did a quiz. We did Plantain and Prosecco on Wednesday. That was really cool, and we did a quiz there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, how did it go?
It was nice. It was real nice. It was
Oh,
real
excellent.
nice. Yeah, it just reminded me of the quiz that we did. So we might do the quiz or the bingo. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. Yes, stay safe, peoples. Have a blessed week as well.
All of that. Love and hair grease.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you for popping in. We appreciate everybody that gets involved. Arsenal Diva, Karen James. Oh, that's
All the
brilliant.
silent
Thank you
listeners
so much.
as well.
Huh?
All the silent watchers and listeners as well.
Yes. We get the messages afterwards. Oh, great show last week. Oh, you what? You know what I mean? We get the thing. My friend enjoyed the quiz. Yeah, man. Don't worry. We'll sort something out. Bingo, quiz, something. We'll sort something out. We'll see what happens. Let's see what happens. But yes, stay safe, stay positive, keep moving forward, and we will see you, Lord willing, next week, same time, same place, as we go into episode 95 on the road to 100. Peace.
Blessings.